Good morning, everybody. It's John Davis and
Mary Davis
from Lachlan Highlands Farm. We are in beautiful Mount Hope, Ohio, and we are at the Ohio Grazing Conference today. Honestly, we just came for the donuts. This is right in the middle of Amish country, so the food is very, very, very good. It's like getting your grandma's cooking, if your grandma were German, but it's like getting your grandma's cooking for lunch and for breakfast, and it's just awesome. So, yeah, we just come here for the food because we're food motivated, but it is a great event. It's held at the Mount Hope Conference Center. There are a bunch of speaker programs that are going on, and there's also a trade show in the middle with a whole bunch of stuff related to grazing. Well, grazing, obviously, duh, because it's the Ohio Grazing Conference.
Livestock, farming, all those good things.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, Mary, what programs are you looking forward to going to today?
I'm going to go to the women's sessions. There's one on gardening, and then there's one on canning and freezing later. So we'll see.
There's one on, what is it called? Characteristics of succession planning, which is a big deal. Someday, like I mentioned on the channel before, we want to hand down a functional, profitable farm business to our kids. And that's hard to do. Succession planning is super hard to do. And it's not something you want to start when you're 65 years old. It's something you want to do when you're our age, when you're in your 40s, right? Maybe even think about it sooner. Like, what's the next generation going to look like? So I want to go to that one. My other goal, too, I need to get a bigger fence charger for our southern pasture. That pasture, we've got a lot of fence on that particular charger. So I want to talk to the Gallagher guys and see what's up there and see what we can do. But that's it. That's the plan. We're going to start walking around, see what we can find out. Check this guy out. This is a Portacoop, it looks like. I don't know where these things are made, but that'll give you an idea of it. This is a metal chicken tractor. Try to give you a better angle of it. Oh, that's a nice laying box.
Oh, okay. Nesting box on the inside.
Yeah, nesting boxes in there. What's that water system do, Mare?
I like this, so you don't have to get in it to fill it.
Yeah.
And then there's tubing, it looks like, that goes all the way down to the drinker cups.
Ugh. Oh, I see. Yeah.
And there's another hookup on this side, so you could run more off to the left.
That's pretty slick. I like the vinyl cover that's on it. That's a really heavy-duty cover. The issue we have with tarps on everything is that the sun kills them after about a year or two, which really doesn't make it well. Here, hold on a sec. How's that? Go ahead and lift that up. How's that work? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah?
It's got like a cam system on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. Go ahead and drop it down again. That's pretty trick. If I had to guess, this is for layer hens. If I had to guess, I bet this coop holds probably, what do you think, 20 hens? 30?
Maybe.
Maybe?
20, if you're moving them every day, because you want to be able to move around and get fresh grass.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense. That's pretty slick.
Predators aren't going to get in, though.
That price seems, like when you first look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, you know, $2,000 for a 10 by 12. However, what you don't take into account is building a chicken coop takes forever. And then chicken coops are stuck in one position, which is no bueno, right? So for the amount of time it takes me to build a chicken tractor, that's actually a pretty affordable cost. That's cool. I lost my videotaper because she is in a session, but some of this stuff is really neat here from this company called Mill Creek Equipment. They do a lot of smaller homemade stuff that is made to be compatible with DeWalt and Milwaukee batteries, which is really innovative. I saw these last year and thought they were neat, but one of the things I thought was the neatest was this lamp where, you know, this is obviously not something that's made in China, right? This is an American-made product that somebody has done a really good job of crafting a super durable light that hooks up to this Milwaukee battery here, which, you know, that is just awesome. One of the things I love about coming to the conference, there's a lot of really interesting solutions that farmers have made, especially in the Amish community, that solve a big problem, and it's not relying on some crazy supply chain that goes all the way to China. I mean, this is obviously, that's all metal. This whole apparatus here is definitely made from a cottage industry standpoint, and that is just super cool. I think that's the neatest thing ever. So same with this little inverter. So you can take what looks like a couple DeWalt batteries and a couple Milwaukee batteries and make an inverter with it, which again is just the coolest thing since sliced bread. So just wanted to show that. I see these things every year and just think they're the neatest things. And you know, these are from Miller Creek Equipment, and it looks like the company that makes these lights and inverters are KC Innovations. That's just awesome. Back with another food report at the Grazing Conference because, again, I'm super food motivated, but yeah, so the food at the Ohio Grazing Conference is like a cross between a family reunion, a church potluck, and if you've ever been to like a German like beer house or a German restaurant, it's kind of the mix of that. So these are the tables that they're setting up, and the food is super delicious. We're very much looking forward to getting fed. They'll have a whole bunch of hot stuff coming out of the kitchen, which will be great. All right, Mary, so you were just in the gardening gardening one? So
yeah.
What'd you learn?
Okay, it was a couple named Joseph and Sarah Miller, and their farm is Morning Glory Produce. They have been doing this, I don't know how many years. I know they've been married for 15, but they do organic gardening, and they have a store on site, and they also sell to like Heinen's and Greenfield and Kroger.
Wow.
Yeah.
How big is their garden? That's a, like, those are, so people not from Ohio, those are gigantic grocery chains.
Big.
Those are legit big.
So I don't know how I don't know how big the entire operation is, but they grew 5 acres of zucchini last year. One of their green bean picking days, they picked 800 pounds of green beans in one picking.
By hand?
By hand.
Good Lord.
It's all organic. So they had like their different organic sprays that do different crops. They do like everything. They did onions, they do potatoes, they do kale, they do mums, they do broccoli, they do strawberries, like you name it, they do it. And they do plastic on their rows and cultivate in between. They've got drip lines under their plastic that was neat, so they're not losing it to evaporation as much. They had this neat, I don't even know how they did it. They used a shop vac and trays to be able to plant like one kale seed in each part of the, like each section of the tray. I gotta go Google it. I don't know how they did it. They grow 10 to 12,000 onions a year, and they've got like a dozen girls helping them. Really, really cool. And then they had a recipe for their kale where you chop it up really fine, and then your dressing is the juice of a whole lemon and the zest, maple syrup, olive oil, and put candied pecans on top. And
that sounds good.
I think anybody would eat kale that way.
Well, I think that's the only way to make kale acceptable, honestly.
It is onion and garlic, also, yes. But it had me, so now I also have a list of all the things narrowed down that I want to grow this year and change the way my rows run so I can water more easily. and I want to try growing our zucchini vertically.
Oh, on like trellises?
Yes, there's some varieties that do that better, and you can train them because if the pests can't get to the leaves, they can't eat the leaves. And I'm so tired of squash bugs eating all my zucchini. So
yeah,
I
squash
thought it was
bugs,
cool.
they suck, man. They're horrible. But one of the things that I like about the presentations that we see at this conference is it's predominantly Amish and Mennonite here, which is great. We have a huge community in Ohio for both. But a huge portion of the presentation is like it's like visiting a long lost family member. They have to get you up to speed on all the things. So like, well, this is what were their names again? Who on the farm?
Joseph and Sarah.
Joseph and Sarah. Well, it's Joseph and Sarah, and you know, since the last time that you may have talked to us, our farm, we've had 2 more children, and here are our children, and these are their ages and the pictures, and we bought a new horse, or we have new livestock, and like you get like the full thing. It's like going to a family
tour.
reunion.
It's neat.
It's awesome.
It's just slide and slide and slide, and here's this plant, and here's this. And it's couples. It's both of them, and they each have their own thing that they specialize in. And then I loved her last slide. It was just a jar with sprouts in it, and she's like, and this is my winter garden, because by the time we get done with all of this, I'm ready to be inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got it.
That's a great session. We're going to go, and there's a couple of people here I'd like to interview, and then a session I want to go to. So we'll go on, but thank you. I expect a garden full of awesome produce this year.
Do my best.
Well, hey guys, this is the next day and I'm back in Farm Command Central here, back in my office, getting all this video edited down. I didn't take any more I did take more video after this, but they are interviews, which I'm going to split out into separate videos because I think they deserve their own video, and I don't want to have 15 minutes of, or probably in that case, probably a half an hour long video, because those just don't do well on YouTube, and it's tough to, the good stuff gets kind of buried in the content, right? So I want to make sure that stuff's broken out and good. I really, really, really enjoyed this conference. This is the 3rd time that we've gone, and the people that we meet there, the connections that we make are definitely worth it. I think it cost, for Mara and I to get in, it was like $75 for the both of us, or $70. It's really not that much money. We met some other ranchers / organic farmers in the area. Oxbow Farm and Market was one of them. One of them that we met up near Valley View, Ohio. They have a on-farm shop. They're about 7 or 8 years in front of us in terms of building a farm, so I definitely need to go check them out. And of course, we know similar people. Never met the lady from Oxbow before, but we know some people from up around Cleveland that are also in this space, and it's just a really small world. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the stuff that we're going to post. And I'll put it all together in a playlist so you can see it, but highly recommend it if you live in the Ohio, Pennsylvania area, to come over and go to the Grazing Conference. Totally worth it. Great vendor show, all that stuff. I thank you for watching. Also, buy meat. Buy meat. LachlanHighlandsFarm.com. We ship meat to all 48 states. We ship meat to all 48 states. So go to LachlanHighlandsFarm.com. Check it out. Like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching. We love you guys. Have a great day and God bless.